Anyways, what I've got in the last 60 hours is a update. Close window. Right now the update's looping after the window closes. I just have to put an if statement somewhere to make sure, because this is not closing it on the if statement. So I kind of have to make a new if statement. And it probably deals with some kind of message back here, but if I do a play real quick and I close it, then yeah, it closes everything. So obviously it's after my update cycles once, so there's an if statement. This is the statement I'm looking for. I failed to put it inside of my update, but I'm going to do something else with my update actually. I'm gonna tie my update to the X is what I'm gonna end up doing. But before I continue and tell you what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna explain the basis for my engine, just out of sheer interest in talking about it, because I'm kind of excited about it. Couple other things. I have done a little bitty math statement here. So the icon right here is different than the icon over here, and there's a reason why. It's because I was trying to do some looping eventually with count, and you can do base count without an engine. Evidently all you need is windows.h and you already have all the stuff you need to do a count. C++ probably is all you need for it. I'm not entirely certain, but I think it is, because all I did was I did an if count. It's basically at this point, because I don't have an update over here, a true or false statement. And what's going on is I did an if count, blah blah blah, and I did another if count, and then you notice I added 2 over here, and I added 4 over here. Well, 2 plus 0 is still less than 3, so that's how you got your new icon. And then I did a wait for a little bit, and then I did another icon, which is over here. Another different load of an icon. And technically, I'm not entirely certain, but I might be able to take this line of code if I can get this class as well, because I need that class, and throw it in here and animate the icons. I might be able to figure out some way to animate the icons. I've been trying to do that, but you know, if I can't animate the icons, I'll just live with it, because I don't want to spend the rest of my life figuring out how to animate an icon. Because you know, it's not done that often. How many icons do you see get animated? I mean, it's not done that often. Also, what I wanted to talk about, what I was talking about before, with some basic math crap going on, with Windows. If I find my function right here, and I do straight up green without redefining it, because evidently I redefined it somewhere and I forgot where I redefined it. I probably redefined it at the top somewhere. No. So I don't know why. But if I use, it's probably at the bottom. If I redefine, go back to the original H instance, it will give me the original icons, I mean. So now you see an excitement mark over here, but I don't know why that's an icon. So evidently, I got some confusion going on right here. Oh, because I did a boom. And this one is actually still on that load. That's fine. That's fine. Just fuck it. That's fine. Alright. And basically I could just go ahead and change this to a 2. And load that again. And I get a question mark. I'll tell you where this ties into real quick. Into Microsoft 3. It's 5 of them, by the way. You get an X. And where this ties into, for just have a fun excitement mark, and the last one is Windows. So where that ties into is actually not the name or the numbers. It ties into the resources bin. If I just change, I actually have to go back now. If I change this to 103, then you get the X. So what that tells you, if you won, because that's the first in line in the string, there's your excitement mark, is that the strings for Microsoft, there are 5 of them. It's 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. For your resource bin and for Microsoft are the same if you use the original H instance. So, but anyways, that's useful for like if you want to use those. So I'm following this guy's tutorial. I'm following documentation. This is later. This is not what I'm following. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere in here. And I'm following him. So the build of my engine right now is I'm making a window project. Not a blank project, a window project. The window project's going to be an editor. The engine is a library. I started it out as a library. That's how I started it out. In fact, my engine CPP has nothing in it right now. But I did start it out as a library. And that's the framework. In fact, the library comes with a PCH.h, which is a precompiled header file, but I always call my precompiled header files precompiled headers.h. So that's the start with a library. I'm probably going to have to change that. I might not. And then, to explain this man's going to build a game engine, 90 videos, every aesthetic, everything you can go over. The only issue I have with this man is that he's going to use a C# editor. I don't have anything against C#. I built a lot of things with C#. I love C#. The whole point of me building an engine is so I can do it in C++. Basically, I want to do the whole thing in C++. So for me, the editors, I mean, that's nonchalant, not a problem, but I'm going to do my editor in C# C++ anyways, and come back to him and basically learn how to use my libraries while I'm learning how to use my loggers and my windows, and how to make my windows basically workable in C++ with this guy. And so I'm kind of reverse engineering, and I'm gonna add another project. I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna add another project underneath to be a dynamic library, because he uses a static library for his engine. He uses dynamic library for his engine. I'm using a static. I'm kind of thinking about using both a dynamic and a static. And my window project and my build project is going to be different. That's where my blank projects are going to go.